Hi everyone, we are finally back to another lesson, and in these couple of lessons we're going to focus on different parts of the listening test. So the listening part of the test is going to have 3 different types of tasks, and they're going to be 30 to 40 questions. Remember, you may get some extra questions, and this is something typical in TOEFL. In either reading or listening, you're going to get some extra questions which are called pre-test questions, and then they are used to check the quality of questions, and they may be used in future exams. You don't know which questions are those, and those questions are not going to affect your score. So basically, I'm just telling you why we have 30 to 40 questions, not a fixed number of questions. But other than that, you shouldn't really pay any attention to this. It doesn't really affect how you prepare and how you should be ready for the test. The question types we are dealing with are 3 different categories. We have listen and choose a response, which is quite familiar. Conversations, where you listen to a conversation and you have to answer some short questions. And then announcements and academic talks, where this is similar to those lecture questions back in the day in previous versions of TOEFL. In this series, we're going to have 4 lessons on listening part of the test, and I'm going to show you how to prepare and what to focus on when it comes to this section. Today, we're going to talk about listen and choose a response. This is actually the easiest part of the test, but let's see what's up with this part. What do we have to deal with here, and what should we consider before when we practice for this part? You may see the word module 1 here. If you remember, on our reading lessons, I told you that the reading section also is modulated. It has 2 modules. You see the first module, it's same for everybody, and you have a performance. Based on your performance, remember, this is one of the new changes in TOEFL. Based on your performance, you will see different questions in module 2. So module 2 is not going to be the same for everybody. Why we have this? We have this. TOEFL is trying to make sure that everybody gets a fair share of difficulty and challenges, and not everybody with different levels have to see the same questions. You know what I mean? So this makes their, they believe that this makes their assessment a bit more fair and more precise, because people are challenged according to their needs and according to their abilities. But regardless, all you have to remember is that module 1 and module 2 may be different in terms of difficulty. Your performance in module 1 affects your performance in module 2. In module 2, usually you may get a little bit more difficult set of questions. Okay, let's take a look. But regardless, you will see all types of questions in each module. What I'm showing you, which has a link in the description, is a practice test that is calibrated for paper. It is customized for paper, to be printed on paper and be used as practice. But on the computer, you will see a button, a next button, and then you will be able to click next to go to the next question. But remember, if you click next, you cannot come back to the previous question. As it also notes here, you will not be able to return to previous questions. Okay, let's take a look at the first type of questions which we're talking about today, which is choose the best response. Remember, you're going to get a bunch of questions. So for example, here we have 6 questions. We are going to listen to a woman and a man, and there are going to be some general information. Remember, in TOEFL, you will hear the recordings only once. All right, that's all the challenge. You need to be able to focus as much as possible. So I recommend that you practice a lot for this part. Trust me, there is no secret magic for me or any other teacher or trainer to tell you. For listening, practice is the only key. All you have to do is to make sure that you can find that focus. All right, if you are able to focus on what you need, you are going to be in a very good spot. Okay, let's take a look at the questions. Here are a few things you need to really pay attention. As I told you before in the reading section, in any multiple choice questions, we have a question and we have some options. Both are very, very important. So in this part, you have to choose the most appropriate response to that question. So when you're listening, take some notes. So he says, didn't I just see you in the library an hour ago? So what are the most important information? It's about an hour ago. It is in the library. So we need to choose a response based on the information we have here. Again, I'm not going to show you the answer, but Okay, so this is the part that you will hear in the recording, and these are the responses that you should choose one from. So you hear, didn't I just see you in the library an hour ago? So what I mean by taking notes, all right, you don't have to remember or memorize the whole sentence, but you can hear in the information that you heard, for example, ago, you probably could heard some important information like ago and a library. Okay, so based on that, you can guess that the answer is probably number one, but it's easier for us now because we can actually see the sentence. But in the real test, you do not see this, you just hear, and then you have to choose a response. And then we try to find some information to connect that. Let's try another one. So for example, in a recording, you will hear the word where. Where is the nearest bus stop? So even if you catch the word where, you know that the answer cannot be B or probably D, because if they know where the subway is, why are they asking where? So these are the ways you can increase your focus. So taking notes is very important. Take notes of the important information. Take notes of the words that are stressed out by the speaker, and then write them down in your answer sheet. So take notes, choose the best answer based on your notes. This practice of taking notes may take a little bit of time, but it's going to be life-saving for you. So please make sure that you take notes. Do not trust your memory to, even if your listening is really good, do not over trust your memory that, okay, I'm going to memorize all the information and then I'm going to answer the questions. Sometimes you may get a little bit distracted and then just don't remember what the speaker said. Again, we only hear things once. Don't risk it. Take some notes and use those notes to answer your question. Once again, this is what you hear in this example. And these are the responses that you can choose. In the test, the screen will show you how much time you have for each question. This is listen and choose a response. Please use the link in the description. Download the recordings, listen and do these parts, and tell me how well you did in the comments, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do next. Remember, in the future, we're going to have a couple of lessons on how to practice and how to check our performance, which is very important, especially for people who are training alone. So those sessions are coming. We're going to discuss that. But what I want you to do is to just give it a try and let me know how well you did in the comments, and I will help you with some extra advice on how to proceed from there. Just tell me how many correct answers you had in total. Stay tuned. We're going to have more sessions on listening. I'll see you soon.